Hello everyone, it's Greyson and this is Greyson Talks Everything. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Again, as always, we will have an amazing discussion today. We are going to be reviewing and breaking down Wandavision episode 3. By far the best episode, but I'm getting ahead of myself now. So do be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel to support me. And another way you can do so is to follow my Instagram where you can get the latest updates on when movies, TV shows, and videos like this are coming out. Also, you can just admire some art on the Instagram page that I regularly post that are originally made from me. Like these right here. And the Instagram link will always be in the description. But if you just want to know the Instagram tag right now, it's right here. Alright, let's get on with this video. WandaVision episode 3 is by far the best mystery I have ever seen in the MCU, or in any comic book property for that matter. I have honestly never seen a comic book adaptation or a comic book movie or show go full meta like WandaVision has. It's almost really and truly impossible to appreciate the show if you don't know WandaVision's history from the comics. And again, it's really impossible to appreciate the brilliance that is put into the show and the brilliance of the show in general if you don't read the comics and if you just don't know the history of Wanda and Vision from the comic books. It's just that good. Now, watching this episode, if you keep your eyes peeled through the entire episode, you'll realize that everything is a clue, including Monica/Geraldine's story about her promotion. Because in Marvel Comics, Monica's boss in this reality, named Haddock, is actually a scientist who created gadgets and weapons for the Canadian mutant super team, the Alpha Flight. But in the context of the WandaVision show, he or she is probably working for SWORD, so that's very interesting. It could be a gateway into, or like a back door opening to mutants in the MCU. All very exciting. But for the people who don't know what SWORD is, what exactly is SWORD and what exactly do they do? So, in the comics, SWORD still stood for Sentient World Observation and Response Department, meaning that they dealt with aliens and alien threats to Earth. But now in the MCU, they have changed it in their continuity to stand for Sentient Weapon Observation and Response Department, which to me brings to mind the conversation the Avengers had with Secretary Ross in Civil War about keeping tabs on dangerous superpowered beings and superpowered individuals themselves via the Sokovia Accords, and deeming them as weapons of mass destruction. And Wanda definitely falls under that category. So maybe the US government formed SWORD just for this moment. All very exciting. But as of this episode, it was a whirlwind as our two bundles of joy, Tommy and Billy, arrived on the scene. Now, we also get a brand new commercial sequence, and what threw me off about this one is that other commercials have so far represented stuff that has happened in Wanda's past. But I believe this commercial represents what is happening. It represents what's happening to Wanda right now. Sure enough, the commercial product was called Hydra Soak, which helps you escape, all the drama in your current life. And nothing like that has ever happened to Wanda until now. So that's why I feel, as you know, if you watch my other video on WandaVision, if you want to catch up on the show or what my thoughts are, my theories, definitely go watch that. So that's why I feel that, that's why I think Hydra has regained control of Wanda. There it goes. And Monica Rambeau, along with SWORD, is trying to free her from Hydra's containment of her. You can also note that the neighbors see Monica/Geraldine in this reality as a suspicious outsider with literally no home, as they say. because this world hasn't created a space for Monica because she's not with the group that created it. So everyone in this neighborhood could possibly be Hydra agents. So if this is the case, who exactly is in charge of this operation? Recently, we got a closer look at Agnes's brooch that has been seen in multiple episodes as of now, and her brooch actually gives us major clues on who's behind this. The picture on the brooch seems to feature 3 different figures, with one holding a scythe, which is a reference to the comics where it could allude to Marvel's version of the devil, Mephisto, being in play, which is also very exciting. So that makes me think that the brooch represents Agnes, Mephisto, and another mystery person, the Unholy Trinity, or an Unholy Trinity, if you will, basically. So maybe they're formed by Hydra or Mephisto himself to take control of Wanda and get her to have children, which could be like their version of the Antichrist, which brings on a cataclysmic world event. Now, if you listen closely to the Doctor in the episode, you'll understand that he and his wife can't go on vacation because they're trapped in this world, which gave Vision some concern. Also, when Monica/Geraldine threatens Wanda's reality by remembering and telling Wanda out loud that Ultron killed her brother Pietro/the Quicksilver, that was all an amazing moment, especially how we saw Wanda's dark side emerge as a result. It was a fantastic sign of things to come. And then Wanda quite literally throws her out of the neighborhood, and as you notice, the force field was, as of now, still looking like TV static, unlike the red energy field we saw in the new trailers, which again leads me to believe Wanda is not in full control of this world, at least not yet. So let's talk about the birth of the twins. I really liked all the jokes they made about how Wanda's 9-month pregnancy only lasted 24 hours before she gave actual birth. This also assures that the twins will be aged up at the end of the series to be a part of the Young Avengers that is slowly being assembled throughout the MCU. And one of the twins in the comics, who is probably Billy if I'm correct, it's either Billy or Tommy, it's probably Billy. But one of the twins in the comics shares the same powers as his mother, Wanda, which is why all the crazy stuff was happening around the house in the episode. From the kitchen going awry, to Wanda's coats rapidly changing around her, to the butterflies even turning real in the baby room. It was all a sight to see. The CGI was really good. So he was probably already using reality-altering magic from the womb, which is insane, and I'm excited to see what his full power goes when he's a full teenager. Like, that's what he can do while he's in the womb. Wow, we're in for a treat. Now, as for the story and the acting and just the plot and etc., I honestly just love how Wanda and Vision truly seem like a real couple on screen. And that's all thanks to the amazing acting from Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. And honestly, I also love how Monica Rambeau's actress, Teyonah Parris, that's her name, she got a lot to do in this episode, and she was fantastic. I'm anxious to see more of her, and I'm honestly happy that she's going to be appearing as a co-star in Captain Marvel 2. It's going to be great. And I also love the Brady Bunch theme, that it was a Brady Bunch themed episode, down to the playset in the backyard, to the house itself, to even the fake grass in the front lawn, which was a staple of the Brady Bunch show. I thought it was just all overall, I thought it was a fantastic episode, and I'm very excited to see more. So that's my review and breakdown of WandaVision Episode 3. What did you think of this episode? Are you excited to see more? Share your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also follow my Instagram to get latest updates on when videos are coming out, and to just admire some art. Alright, bye everyone.